Hello guys, welcome to our channel. So let's go through some national and local current affairs on the date of 26 Jan 2024. In the national, first topic is about Niti Ayog. Niti Ayog is a policy think tank of the Government of India established on 1st January 2015, replacing the erstwhile Planning Commission. Niti Ayog stands for National Institute for Transforming India. It fosters cooperative federalism by involving states in the economic policy making process. It operates as a non constitutional and non statutory body, and its structure is headed by Prime Minister and includes a governing council, all chief ministers, lieutenant governors of union territories, key union ministers, and special invitees. Its functions are it provides strategic and technical advice to the central and state governments. It facilitates policy discussions, research, and partnership with various stakeholders. And its key initiatives are Atal Innovation Mission, Digital India, Aspirational District Program, Sustainable Development Goals, India Index. And Niti Ayog regularly publishes reports and recommendations on various aspects of the economy, governance, and social sectors. So, coming to the second topic, which is RBI, stands for Reserve Bank of India. The Reserve Bank of India is India's central bank which controls the monetary policy concerning the national currency and the Indian rupee. The basic functions of RBI are issuance of currency, sustaining monetary stability in India, operating the currency, maintaining the country's credit system. The Reserve Bank of India is controlled by a central board of directors. The central board consists of governor, four deputy governors, two finance ministry representatives, four directors to represent local based headquarters in Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, and New Delhi. Executive head of RBI is a governor. Governor is accompanied by four deputy governors. First governor of RBI is Sir Osborne Smith. First Indian governor of RBI is C.D. Deshmukh. First woman deputy governor of RBI is K.J. Udeshi, and the only prime minister who had been the governor of RBI is Manmohan Singh. So, coming to Consumer Price Index, it measures the overall change in consumer prices based on a representative basket of goods and services over time, and it is also called as a market basket and is used for calculating the price variations in fixed items. It is widely used to measure of inflation. It is widely used to measure the inflation and closely followed by policymakers, financial markets, business, and consumers. It is used to calculate the cost of living of the people of a country and also the change in the purchasing power of the currency of a nation. So the consumer price formula is cost of market basket in a given year by cost of market basket at base into 100. Central Statistical Office. This organizes and conducts periodic all India economic census and follow up enterprise surveys, provides an in-house facility to process the data collected through various socio-economic surveys and follow up enterprise surveys of economic census. It prepares national accounts as well as publishes annual estimates of national product and government and private consumption expenditure. And it also prepares capital formation and savings. Also, it estimates the capital of stock market and consumption of a fixed. Also, it prepares estimates of capital stock and consumption of fixed capital and state level gross capital formation of supra regional sectors, and also prepares comparable estimates of state domestic product at current prices. So, coming to our next topic, which is inflation. Inflation is the rate at which prices for goods and services rise and classified into three types, such as demand pull inflation, cost push inflation, built in inflation. So, commonly used inflation indexes are consumer price index and wholesale price index. Causes of inflation are increases in wages, increases in the price of raw materials, increases in taxes, and decline in productivity and increase in money supply. So next, coming to the fourth topic, which is household consumption expenditure survey. The household consumption expenditure survey is designed to collect information on consumptions of goods and services by the households. After a 11-year gap, center discloses key consumption expenditure survey data such as below. The average monthly per capita consumption expenditure of both urban and rural households doubled in the 11-year period, which both spending lesser on food items. MPCE for rural households rise to rupees 3,773 in HCES 2022-2023 from rupees 1430 in 2011 and 2012. MPCE for urban households increased to rupees 6459 in 2022-23 from rupees 2630 in previous round. 46% of the expenditure was on food items in rural households and 39% in urban households in 2022-23. So coming to the next topic, GDP, which is gross domestic product, is the total monetary or market value of all the finished goods and services produced within a country's borders in a specific period of time. So the current GDP of India has climbed to fifth position, boasting an estimated GDP of 3.7 trillion of at 6.5 growth rate in 2024. Coming to GDP deflation, the GDP price deflator is more comprehensive inflation measure than the consumer price index, which measures the price changes in a fixed basket of goods. So coming to the next topic, overseas citizen of India. So here the eligible categories to apply for OCI card are which should be a citizen of India at a time of or after the constitution came into effect, i.e. 26 January 1950, and eligible to become citizen of India on 26 January 1950 should belong to a territory that became part of India after 15th August 1947, child or descendant of a person from any of the above mentioned categories, or a minor child of whom either or both the parents are citizens of India, and foreign origin spouse of citizen of India, or a person holding OCI status, such as marriage need to be registered. They are married for more than 2 years continuously before the date of application. Coming to the next topic, which is Sudarshan Setu Cable Bridge. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated India's first cable stayed bridge, Sudarshan Setu, which will connect Hoka mainland and Bet Dwaraka in Gujarat. The bridge, which cost roughly around 980 crores, is the longest cable stayed bridge in the country, measuring around 2.32 kilometers. The bridge holds immense significance for the devotees who visit the Dwarkadish temple. Sudarshan Setu, which was earlier named as Signature Bridge, is India's longest cable stayed bridge with solar panels installed on the upper portions of the footpath, generating 1 megawatt of electricity. The four-lane bridge has 2.50-meter width footpaths on each side. PM Modi has laid its foundation in October 2017. So coming to the next topic, which is AIMS. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Sunday inaugurated an All India Institute of Medical Sciences in Gujarat's Rajkot during his 2-day visit to the state. The Prime Minister will also virtually inaugurate 4 more AIMS in Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, and Andhra Pradesh. And the next topic is MIMU, which is MEMU, is an electric multiple unit train that serves short and medium distance routes in India, as compared to normal EMU trains that connect urban and suburban areas. The MIMU stands for Mainline Electrical Multiple Unit, a third generation MIMU train produced by RCF rest at Bandel. DIMU, Diesel Electric Multiple Unit. DIMU trains were developed in areas where electric wires couldn't reach. It is a type of multiple unit train that is propelled by onboard diesel engines. And the next topic is about IGNCA and UNESCO. The IGNCA was established in 1987 as an autonomous institution under the Ministry of Culture as a center for research, academic pursuit, and dissemination in the field of arts. Its structure as a board of trustees which meets regularly to give general direction about the center's work. The executive committee, drawn from among these trustees, functions under a chairman. The IGNCA has 6 functional units, which are Kala Nidhi, the multi-form library, and Kala Kosa, devoted mainly to the study and publication of fundamental texts in Indian languages. Janapada Sampada, which is engaged in lifestyle studies. Kala Darshana, the executive unit which transforms researchers and studies emanating from the IGNCA into visible forms through exhibitions. And the fifth one is Cultural Informatics, which applies technology tools for cultural preservative and propagation. And the sixth one is the Sutradhara, which is the administrative section that acts as a spine supporting and coordinating all the activities. So the regional centers are Varanasi, Guwahati, Bangalore, Ranchi, Puducherry, Thrissur, Goa, and Vadora, Goa and Srinagar. Coming to UNESCO, which stands for United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organizations. UNESCO is specialized agency of the United Nations that works for the world peace through global cooperation in the fields of education, culture, and the sciences. It is headquartered in Paris. UNESCO is also a member of United Nations Development Program, which is UNDP. Currently, UNESCO has 193 members. UNESCO sponsors many programs such as in the field of teaching, training, science, promotion of media and press freedom, regional and cultural history, cultural diversity, natural and cultural heritage, translating world literature, human rights, etc. UNESCO is headed by its Director General. Let's go through the relation between UNESCO and India. India is a founding member of UNESCO. The National Commission in India that works with UNESCO as a mandate by UNESCO's constitution is called the Indian National Commission for Cooperation with UNESCO. The INCCU comes under the Department of Secondary and Higher Education Ministry of Human Resource Development. UNESCO has its presence in India since 1948 and currently has two offices. India has been continuously re-elected to the Executive Board of UNESCO since 1946. Members are elected for 4-year terms. India makes huge contributions to the organizations in the form of funds every year. A UNESCO Category 1 institute is dedicated to the education for peace and sustainable development was established in 2012 and is called the Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Education for Peace and Sustainable Development. Located in New Delhi, it is the first and only Category 1 research institute in the Asia Pacific and focuses on achieving the SDG 4.7 towards education to the foster peaceful and sustainable societies. UNESCO's most significant work in India relates to the cultural heritage of the country, and it works closely with the Ministry of Culture in these regards. The first one is the Prajavani. Telangana government is conducting Prajavani, which is an exclusive interactive program with the CM to accept the grievances from the public. CM at his official residency accept the grievances directly from the public. Jyoti Rao Pule, Praja Bhavan, Panjagutta, Hyderabad. Prajavani program was earlier started as Praja Darbar and later renamed as Prajavani. So the next topic is about Mahatma Phule. Jyotirao Govindarao Phule was an Indian social activist, anti-caste social reformer and a writer from Maharashtra. Jyotirao Phule worked for the upliftment of untouchables and women. These two groups were considered to be the lowest in the Brahmin culture. The claims of superiority by the Brahmins were criticized and attacked by Jyotirao Phule. They were considered to be Aryans. Jyotirao Phule asserted that Aryans were foreigners who came to India. He argued that Aryans subjugated and defeated the true children of India. He contended that these subjugated people lived here even before the arrivals of Aryans. As per Jyotirao Phule, the so-called low caste people who were the indigenous people had the rights over the power and land. As per Jyotirao Phule, the upper caste had no rights over power and land. Jyotirao Phule proposed unity of Adishudras and Shudras to challenge the caste-based discrimination. Jyotirao Phule opened the first school for women in Pune. Phule is most recognized for his efforts to educate women and members of lower caste. Jyotirao Phule educated and recommended his wife to instruct girls. With this, Savitribai became the country's first female teacher as a result of his encouragement. He created the first school for girls in India in August 1848, followed by the schools for children from the Mahar and Mang Dalit group. In 1873, Phule and his colleagues established the Satyashodhak Samaj to fight for equal rights for the poor and lower castes. In 1888, Phule was given the title Mahatma, which means great soul in Sanskrit. Sammaka Saralamma Mahajatra, celebrated at Medaram in Telangana, is biennial tribal festival. It is the second largest fair of India after the Kumbh Mela, celebrated by the Koya tribe for 4 days. This year, it is being celebrated from 21st to 24th February 2024 in collaboration with the Tribal Welfare Department, Government of Telangana. Union ministers for Tribal Affairs Arjun Munda visited this festival recently. Several scheduled tribes from different villages assembled during this festival and visit Mulugu district to worship the goddesses. People offer jaggery, locally called as Bangaram, to the deities. It starts with the arrival of the goddess to Gadelu in Medaram and ends with the entry in the forest. The 4-day fair unfolds as follows. Day 1 witnesses the ceremonial arrivals of Saralamma, Pagidda Raju, and Govinda Raju, formally inaugurating the Mahajadara. On the second day, Sammaka is escorted to the throne, reaching its peak as she arrives at the paddy fields. The third day sees devotees paying homage to the tribal deities Saralamma and Sammaka. The final day concludes with the return of the deities to their respective locations, marking the end of the Medaram Jatara, which is about Badami Chalukyas on banks of river Krishna. Two Badami Chalukya temples, at least 1300 to 1500 years old and a 1200-year-old label inscription, were recently discovered in Mudimanikyam village along the banks of Krishna. The Chalukyas ruled over the central India plateau of the Deccan between the 6th and 12th centuries. During that period, they ruled as three closely related but individual dynasties. The, the Chalukyas of Badami, who ruled between the 6th and the 8th centuries, and the two sibling dynasties of the Chalukyas of Kalyani or the Western Chalukyas and the Chalukyas of Vengi or the Eastern Chalukyas. Pulakesi I established the Chalukya dynasty in 550. Pulakesi I took Vatapi, which is Badami in Bagalkot district, Karnataka, under his control and made it his capital. Historians refer to Pulakesi and his descendants as the Chalukyas of Badami. They ruled over an empire that comprised the entire state of Karnataka and most of Andhra Pradesh in Deccan. Pulakesi II had been perhaps the greatest emperor of Badami Chalukyas. Dated back at least 1300 years, the temples represent a crucial period in Hindu dynastic history. Badami Chalukyas rose to prominence under the rule of Pulakesi II, also known as Imadmi Pulakesi, following the decline of the Kadamba kingdom of Banavasi. The temples, remarkably well preserved, displayed a blend of architectural style characteristics of the era. They showcase the Kadamba Nagara style, which they showcase the Kadamba Nagara style with a pyramid-shaped shikara featuring rising steps, topped by a pinnacle kalasha. Additionally, elements of Reka Nagara architecture are evident, characterized by a northern Indian shikara with a slightly curved tower. In India, of the temples, archaeologists discovered a Panavatam which serves as the base for a Shivalingam within the Sanctum Sanctorum. In the other temple, they recovered an idol of Vishnu.